Baby, honey, did y'all see what happened over there? Listen, y'all. Now I don't listen. I told you I don't watch Lemon, but something I tuned in tonight. Lemon, that was a good show, but you were hardly there. Lemon, that was a good show, but you were hardly there. Lemon, I don't know what was going on. I would say you had a lot of suspense and drama. I, mm, Lemon, I don't. That Krista. Christa, see, I told you, see, this is the thing. Tricy, her presence is causing a lot of issues. Let me tell you the key thing. When y'all watch that out, the key thing was, I'm going to tell you, he keep disrespecting Krista. And Krista, I think, was all good for it in the beginning, but it keeps getting lower and lower and lower. And the key thing was when somebody put in that chat, I don't know who it was, because I told you I don't watch the who be writing in the chat. Somebody says, well, wait a minute. Now, Crystal's main issue is the whole drop game. I totally understand that. So somebody says, well, wait a minute. And Crystal wants immunity. She says, I should have immunity. You know, all I've done for you, all this stuff, I support you, I rock with you, da da da. So, he says that she could be dropped or whatever. But then somebody highlighted in the chat said that, well, wait a minute. You don't be dropping Tricy, so why can't you not drop Krista? And then he says, oh well, too bad. She'll get over it. I was like, ooh. And I think after that, that was like the changing point. That was the changing point in that whole situation. I felt like Krista felt like, oh hell no to the no, no, you're not gonna keep disrespecting me like that after all I done for you, and yet you being like a complete real time hypocrite because I guess they be sending money to drop Tracy, but he won't do it, but you'll drop me. And that's deep within itself. So pretty much I just feel like Kristen knows she's being used maybe or just being tolerated, where I think maybe Lemon understands maybe the entertainment value of Tracy. What's up, Mommy Popo? But let's get into this. Krista, now obviously I gotta speak the truth on the truth. Now, Krista, you saying that you never insinuated that man was a Pedialyte the first time. The first time, not the second time. Now that's that clip that they played of your recent no. I think no, there wasn't no insinuation when you said that Lemon's niece needs to go to a daycare. That wasn't. You could be saying that he's just not a good babysitter. That wasn't no insinuation that he was a Pedialyte. But that other one, I remember when I came out, they said they need. You said something about they can't trust you or they need to be worried about you leaving. Oh, it was like you said they need to be worried about you or Lemon being left taking care of his niece or something like that. And that was an insinuation because the way you said it and what you said it before and after, I was like, okay. But you just straight up lied. I don't know if you wanted to not believe it or because I think you said what you said, but that situation there, I just felt like Lemon was distracted the whole life. He wasn't hardly there. He was there. He was monitoring, but he said he kept getting a phone call. So I just felt he was distracted, and he had a host of people sitting up there doing his job. ODS, Pizarro, Lolo, all of them, and stuff like that. Now, where let's say this now, where that drop game gonna become tricky is with what's his name? Damn, I can't think of his name. Damn, I forgot his name. What they call him? The head lemonade or something. The man, the head lemonade or whatever his name is. Him, then man, you need to be careful with how you drop him because he may take offense to getting dropped, especially with the rumor of him going around saying that he took care of maybe allegedly took care of your taxes. Child, that is gonna get murky. You better not fall out with him. Damn, I wish I knew his name. But I forget. But yeah, so that was interesting. What's up? Okay, sorry, y'all. Barbara Warren says JC's a liar. Yeah, she lied. She lied. She lied because then it went back to the first time of what she said. She's like, I didn't say that. No, girl, you said that. You said that. What's up, Mommy Popo? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Auntie Donna says the weakest troll from the black sector. Yes, thank you, Auntie Donna. Appreciate you. Thank you for dropping that. Cause I definitely, yes, ghetto. Yes, deadbeat Oh, sorry, Dreadhead says ghettos. Yes, thank you. And then Catherine Powell. Captain Powell showed herself what nothing bad about Captain Powell how she looked, but I didn't envision her looking like that. I didn't envision her looking the way she looked. For some reason, I thought she was like lighter skinned. I don't know. It's just sometimes you put an image with a certain person, and it just doesn't match. And that just her voice do not match her face. Well, at least not for me. But that's what I felt. So she came up there and did her dread reveal. That's why I say dread head, but her braid reveal. What's up, Heavy Bear? How you doing? So that's what I mean. He got to be careful with how he do that thing with ghetto intellect. But maybe they have an agreement where he don't care. But I just feel like ghetto intellect feels from what I see, he should be treated a certain way. And Lemon is like, oh, I'm about my coin, I'm about my coin. And ghetto intellect like, look, nigga, I did a lot for you. Don't be sitting up here with no coin on me. So that's one person I think is going like go advocate for immunity that ain't getting it. Tricy for some reason got immunity and live, and Christa is pissed off about that, especially when he sat up there and kind of like dismissed her. He dismissed her at the lab and said, "Oh, goodbye." I'm like, oh, okay. Um, I don't know. It's just that situation very interesting. It's a very interesting live. There's a lot of psychology in that live. Limit. Oh, and then this is the crazy part. Get this. So Krista, excuse me, what I'm about to say is vulgar, but it was said. So Krista says, I don't whatever when she said, I don't think you're gay because I know the way your dick rides. I was like, what the fuck? But then she goes on to say, oh, you praised Lady Sparkle and da 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 da, so you celebrated Lady Sparkle and all this, and I'm like, what? I'm like, okay. But I think she said that because she thinks that might destroy Lemon. That might hurt Lemon if she was to sit up there and say, "Yeah, I think you da da da," or you in the closet or whatever. So I think let me just break down Krista's and Lemon's relationship. I think Krista cares a lot for Lemon. I don't, and I think Lemon don't have that same kind of care. I think Lemon sees her as a confidant, someone he can run to when something's going wrong and can confide in her. Because she seems like she has an open ear and, she says the right terms and stuff to help pacify him. But Krista cares more for Lemon than Lemon cares for her. That's 100. And I think that's why they entertain each other in the way they do. Because we like, what the fuck? We like, what's that? But behind the scenes, there's a lot of talking. And she said that, she tried to court him over 2 years. I don't know if that's true. But they may have had a rapport started 2 years ago. So that's very interesting. But I do feel like Lemon is very vain in a way when it comes to aesthetics. Right? So when you hear Krista say, oh, he was salivating and praising Lady Sparkle. Lady Sparkle, child, let's not. We see what that person is, right? They have a certain aesthetic quality to them that is Lemon's virtual DNA giveaway, meaning he likes people who are thinner, skinnier, and stuff like that. Notice the people that he really fawns over and entertains. It's never, you know, the people he really tolerates. It's always a never. You never like you always hone in on what he likes. And he only entertains certain people because they have, if you contribute to his platform, he will tolerate you. But I feel that he makes a lot of money off of Krista to some degree. I feel like the drop situation and people not dropping all that. That was just weird to me. I just don't understand why you won't grant that lady immunity. But I think she's coming to her senses that this dude is just using me and don't care for me the way in which well, yeah, Max Boogie said she's slow, but I think she sees how she's getting played. Like I feel that, she goes out here, holds down the show for him, and he can drop you at you know, at the flip of a hat. So it was a very, I think Krista is waking up. Now, will that matter tomorrow? Hell no, it won't. She'll probably go back, because she herself loves attention. She was sucking on a lollipop, throwing down bananas in her esophagus before she linked on with Lemon. So she likes. I feel like there is an attraction to the attention, but she's trying to now put her foot down where she's not disrespected, especially when she sees another woman being treated the way she wants to when it comes to Tricy. Now, Tricy gets her fair brunt of Lemon's abuse, but she's never kicked off the platform like Krista may be for Payola. So let me see what y'all saying. Lemon doesn't like JC and he has a crush on Tree Dog. I don't think he has a crush on Tree Dog. I think Tracy understands that this is a business and she's not looking for anything else besides what comes from being part of the business. Whereas Krista is probably looking a little bit for more than that, especially when he logs off. So he understands that, hey, I'm in a business relationship with Tracy. Tracy don't bother me offline, and I can appreciate that. But with Krista, he may be saying, oh Lord, here she come again. I don't know. Excuse me. Um, okay, I read that one. She been saw that she has HDHD and is off around. I don't know. Okay, she's talking. Jealous spirit. Yeah, I think she is a little bit jealous in that way, especially when she sees other women being treated, in, in maybe a better way. She just don't want to get booted from the panel. That's what it seems to me. Um, that's what it wants. So that's all I can say about that. What's up, Styles Batista? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. But she did say what she said about Lemon the first time. The second time, I didn't think that was an insinuation that he was a Pedialyte. I don't think that. She was just saying, she should be in a daycare. Well, his relative should be in a daycare, and she said that hers was too. So I don't think that was, but I think that first one, that first comment, if anybody got that clip, that definitely. I remember that. Like, oh, child. She said she was like, you shouldn't even be taking care of a child or something like that. I was like, woo. But anyway, all right. Let's see. Tree Dog gets away with everything, and he gives her money. Well, this is what Lemon has figured out. Look at all those other content creators that were on his panel. Let me tell you something about content creators. They are not wasting their time on your panel. Lemon is not part of, well, he may be part of the trifecta. I don't know. But Lemon is not part of that group, you know, Brianna, Pizarro, ODS, as far as we know, right? Publicly. But look how much time they spent on his panel. Those motherfuckers are very jealous hearted and selfish and self entitled and me first. But they know that if they were to control, like ODS was pretty much his co host tonight because he was sitting up there asking questions or asking other people questions or highlighting things in the chat while Lemon had stepped away. I was like, damn. But let me tell you something. I'm in the content creator chair. I know how they operate. They're not going to sit and put Lemon on and sustain his platform unless what? They are getting rewarded in the end. And no, it's not about promotion. Everybody knew who the hell they are. So you're not going to say, oh, I'm going to go over the limits and sit there so everybody. No, they know who they are. It's about monetary gain. He, they, she knows. Probably he will send them something. I'm figuring because once again, I know the motherfuckers. I know how they roll. They're not going to sit up there and give a lot of their time to your platform and help it outdo their platform unless there's rewards in the end. So please pay attention to that. Please pay attention to that. Let me see what y'all say in the chat. Styles Batista says it's a lot of embarrassments on here. A lot of embarrassments in the chat too. Oh, sure. But people like embarrassment could be in a form of intention too. And people love attention. They love attention, and that could come in the form of it in the chat as well. I mean, it's just very interesting. All the players involved, and I'm not a hater because I feel for once Lemon put on a good live that didn't involve a lot of nasty talking and disrespect and degrading women. I wish she would copy the blueprint and have that be the rest of his lives. And I feel a lot of people will come back over and support his channel, and his numbers will be higher. But he's got to get rid of that. So whatever had him sober today or somber, it needs to happen again because, like I said, a lot of that cursing and that foul talk was not present tonight. Yeah, but he had a lot of help, which is fine, which is good. I mean, that's good for everybody. But hopefully, he could do what he did tonight more often. Because, like I said, I can't get with all that cursing and yelling, dogging out the woman and all that. So, but I just think Lemon is tired of Christa and what she brings. But I don't know. I mean, it's part of the show, right? It's part of the show that goes on. That they're trying to make that girl Misty compete with Krista and Lolo. She didn't really seem too interested because she would have had a lot more to say if she was interested in taking that spot. But you know, she probably knows how far she wants to go in the situation. I don't know. So that's my 2 cents on it. But it was very interesting. But Krista, you got to own up to what you said though, because you did say it. Tisa says I try to support them, but I can't support a lot of what I see. I agree. I totally agree. I don't watch them in live. I don't watch. I hear some vile stuff and I hit that X. I hit that X and I say good night, good night, good night. But tonight was very interesting because, like I said, Crystal getting tired and Lemon don't give a damn, and Tracy's a big part of that. And yeah, excuse me, I have to head to bed soon too. But yeah, and I mean, especially when you got people throwing super chats and stuff at it, I mean, it does become a dilemma for the content creator on what to do. But like I say, who knows how great their relationship is, and she feels that she should be protected. So mm, it'll be interesting, but I don't know. I mean, he ended the live and kicked her off pretty much and told her to figure it out. Like, ooh, child. Sorry, I had a pause on my computer. But also, I think, like I said, Lemon was distracted. Something else was going on that really didn't. Lemon was just tired, and he not tired, but I think he was just being distracted by something else going on in his real life or something. So we shall see. He needs to keep Tree Dog off his panel if he doesn't like nasty dialogue. Well, she is sexually deprived anyway. Something's going on in her life that she ain't getting done, and we can tell. And she thinks that she can live through virtual land to get some. I mean, like, child, like, I mean, she. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna. She's someone that is trying to not realize that she's getting older. But whatever. That's her. That's on her. Whatever floats her boat. And I wish Lemon would tell her to stop for her to stop mentioning how much money he has in his cash out. That's not a good look. And I don't know why she keeps advertising that. It's kind of weird. Always be careful in life when people are watching your pockets. And also be careful in life when people are advertising what you got to other people that you don't know. And Tracy fits those two warnings. Like, I'll be like, bitch, are you trying to set him up? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just weird. It's like, ooh, he got $2 million, and you announce that to people who don't really know him like that. Like, why are you doing that? It's just weird. It's different. And lemon, it's different if it came from lemon mouth, but I don't understand that. It's just be careful people who watch your pockets. Mm. So that's what I got to say about that. Anything else? Nah, that was pretty much it. Um, I don't know. That's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, it was a good show. He just needs to duplicate that more often so that he can become, like I said, I mean, let's be honest, the main critique of his show, the reason why he's falling out with people is how he's talked to people, how he's dogged people, how he's I guess maybe abuse the trust of people. You correct that, then you should I don't know, should have an interesting show. And especially if you reward people in the background, they'll stay. Like I said, the only downside about that is that when that money starts to dry up, what you gonna do then? When people are not giving as much, what you gonna do? When people, because people get used to getting rewarded, people get used to getting paid. So when you don't have a payment for them, they're gonna be looking at you stupid. That's the only downside about that. You know what I mean? Like Pizarro, we know her money hungry ass. ODS, he usually don't do nothing for free, and if he does it for free, it's not for a damn stick don't make a pan on that, unless he trying to get some free promotion. But I don't think that's the situation. Just think about it. That's all I'm saying. With that being said, that's about it, y'all. Anybody got any other questions or anything like that? No. All right. Well, like I said, I just wanted to get my recap real quick. Lemon said he ain't going live tomorrow. He gonna be on Discord. Probably trying to scoop some more tea, but we shall see. All right. With that being said, I'm out of here. Y'all take care. Have a good day or good night. Bye, y'all. Oh wait, one thing. Last thing I want to say is going to kind of be repetitive. Disrespect. Disrespect. And for the last time, disrespect. Lemon has got to learn how to rein that in. Because every complaint is about his disrespect. And that will be his downfall. And at the end of the day, I always say you will have a long list of enemies because of how you treated them. Right? The same people you look at going up are the same people you gotta look at going down. So just remember that every complaint is the disrespect, right? The disrespect. And for some reason, these people on here are very sensitive and they don't forget. They don't forget. All right, with that being said, I'm out of here. Y'all take care now. Bye.